Hello there. You haven't heard from me in a while. It's good to be back. You haven't heard from me in a while because I had to do a little surgery. So I had to recover, and my recovery time wasn't as expected. So it took me a bit longer than anticipated to get back on my feet and recover. Now I'm quite there, not 100% because my energy levels are still quite low, but I'm doing all right, and it gets better every day, so that's good. So sorry if you had expected a video and I was not there, but I hope to make it up to you from now on. And that's why I also posted today, the first day that I actually really could go outside and talk while walking and have a bit more energy. So it made me also think about a very important theme, a very important topic within science, but maybe even in life, right? The things you cannot control or are out of your control, the way you deal with that. I sometimes talk about it as the circles of influence. Like, you have things you cannot control, like, for example, your recovery, but also things like what your supervisor tells you, you get talked down, or how the results of your studies are, all those things. And that is quite challenging, right? How to deal with that. But you have this whole other thing, this whole other circle which you do have influence on, and that is the way you deal with these things that you don't have control over, right? So now I was very much challenged in my patience overall to really recover and take my time for that, while actually feeling guilty and wanting to do other stuff and wanting to make videos and all that. And I had to set it aside because it wasn't something that I had control over. I didn't have the energy or inspiration. Nothing was there. I was feeling sick, right? And I had pain. I was in pain. So in science, this is, for example, with your supervisor. When your supervisor gives you negative feedback, you have two options what you can do, basically. The first one is, feeling really upset about it, feeling like you're failing, feeling like you're not good enough. You didn't do it perfectly. Oh, that's, really feeling bad about that. And the other thing is, you can really take notes out of it, like what can help you to make it better, and also decide what you think of the negative feedback. Is it truly all negative, that at first, or is there a lot of positive things as well, because they are also in there because they didn't comment on it, and when they didn't comment on it, it might be good. And I switched at a certain point in my PhD. I switched from taking criticism and that negative feedback very personal towards seeing how I can make it better, how I can use it. And also sometimes I got feedback about a sentence that they actually in a previous version, it was their sentence, right? And now in the next version, they already they again said, this sentence is not right, let's make it another one. So then they correct themselves, actually, not me. So sometimes it's also about how their mood is and what their perception is that day, that moment. And they even correct themselves, not even only you. So, it's that is something you have control over. The getting the negative feedback, that's not in your control. You're just getting that. But the way you deal with it and the way you look at it is something that is in your control. And that mind switch that you can you can make is a very valuable one, because then you start putting energy in the parts that you can control and the influence you do have, instead of on the parts and worrying about the parts and even losing more energy while worrying about it, right? On the parts that you don't have control over. So I hope this is a bit clear, because my mind is not 100% clear already, so I hope I can get it across a bit clearly for you. Challenge, invitation of this video is to see, yeah, let's look at what are things you can control and what are things you cannot control, and is it worth putting your energy in those things, especially those things of, you know, not being in control, because you cannot change it. Try to see where your energy goes towards which type of you know, being the control part, the part that you cannot control, or in the part that you do have influence on. So it's all about dividing that energy. So now I'm way better, not perfect, way better in letting go of the things I cannot control and just leave it, you know, and not get worked up about it. But I really put my energy in the things that I can control, and what I can do with the things that I don't have control over. So that was a thing I wanted to discuss and invite you to have a critical look at that yourselves. And please feel free to share your insights or examples under the video. I'm always happy to see and also respond if you need any guidance or help. Please feel free to do that. And also let me know if this isn't a very clear video, because my mind is still a bit cloudy. I'll be happy to do another one. But I think it's you're all smart people, so I think you will get it. All right, that's it for today. Soon there will be another one, because now I'm up and running again. So I'll see you in the next one.